welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing the Land of Stories book series review. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe and click that bell so you're always updated and notified whenever I make these cool videos. And also make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up if you liked it and you'd like to see more book reviews. Anyways, let's get started. So, like I said, today I'm going to be doing my first book review video. So I'm going to be doing the Land of Stories book review. Now, I've recently just finished this book series and I love it so much. It's so good, and I totally recommend it for you to read it. But again, if you haven't seen, on the title it says non-spoiler in brackets. Please make sure to know that all my book reviews will be non-spoiler, because I don't want to make people like this series is amazing and I don't want to spoil it for others, because I know a lot of people have spoiled some parts of the book series that I really hated when they spoiled to me. So I don't want you guys to feel that way, like feeling like, oh come on, now I know what's going to happen, blah blah blah. So just in mind, every book review there's not going to be any spoilers, so that's good. Anyways, so I got this book series from Amazon like a week ago, and it was $100, hardcover, great condition, the 6 books, and a box set. And first I thought, you know what, I'll pay it all together, but then my mom was willing to pay half and me half, so I paid $50, she paid $50, which is a pretty great deal. So thank you, Mom, for being generous and letting me have this book series and everything, so thank you so much. And so, yeah, the Land of Stories book series is by Chris Colfer. It's about these two twins, Alex and Connor Bailey, who travel into this fairy tale world called the Land of Stories, and they go through different adventures every single book. It's amazing. Trust me, I totally recommend it. It's really good. So, let me show you how it looks like. So, this is the box set. Here are the 6 books in this hardcover box set. Here is the side of the box set, the back of the box set, the other side of the box set, the top of the set, and then the bottom of the set. And one thing before we actually start the review, all the sides of the box is based on every single book cover of this series. So you guys seen the kind of the sneak peek of how the box set looks like and everything. So right now I'm going to show you each and every book and show you a little bit of the detail about it. So first we're going to start off with the first book, obviously. So here is the first book. It's called The Land of Stories, The Witching Spell. And I actually really loved this book. It was pretty interesting. I loved it so much. So this is the cover. This is the side, and then this is the back. If you want, you could read the back. You can pause the video and read it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And then right on the cover of each book, there is a little thing. So on the cover of this book, there is a map of the fairy tale world, which you'll also learn about if you read the series. So if you'd like to pause the video and look through the map, you are more than welcome to. And the book is really good. I loved reading it. It was so entertaining, so humorous, so funny, and like I said, it's just such a great series. So I definitely recommend reading the first book first, because if you read another book before you read the first book, it will be confusing. So you need to read it in order to understand the series. But yeah, I really enjoyed reading this book. So next we're going to go off to the second book, which, by the way, side note, is my favorite book of the series, is this one, which is The Enchantress Returns. And this is a purple cover, which I think is beautiful. So here's the cover of the book. It's called The Enchantress Returns. The side of the book and the back of the book. And I just love this book. It was my favorite one out of the series. It was just so funny, so interesting. It was just great. It was really cool. And all of the things that they went through and everything, it was just so great. And then on the cover of this book, it's the same map, except for the Red Riding Hood Kingdom. There are some updates, which you'll also learn about if you read the series. And the book is just really great. It's so, like, just, it blows your mind. You want to read it all day. It's just, this book series made me want to read, like, all day and do nothing else. So, like, I barely got out of my pajamas. So, like, yeah, this book series is amazing, especially the second book. Also, side note, the second book is the fattest book of all. So, yeah, you might have an idea why this one is my favorite book, because it has the most pages, so there's more things to it. So, yeah. The third book we have is this one. So this is the third book out of the series. It's called The Land of Stories, The Grim Morning. And I'm just going to say this. I love this book. Like, some people said this wasn't their favorite or anything, but this one is my third favorite out of the series. I don't know what about it. I loved it. I just loved it. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's just so good. It's such a good book. Like, there's so many things that happened in here, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's blowing my mind. So, yeah, here's the cover. It's all red. It's called The Land of Stories, of Grim Morning. Here's the side, and here's the back. There's also the description. So you can pause for every single book to see the description. And then in the inside of this cover, we don't have a map, but we do have a timeline of events, which you will understand if you read this book, because it explains the whole timeline thing. So this book was really good. I really liked it. It was really interesting, and you know what? It had a very, very shocking end of the book. So when I was reading the third book, I didn't read this one. I read it from the library because I still haven't got this box set. And I was reading the library one, and then I see the end, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to wait till next week to get the fourth book. And I'm like so shocked. I have to read what's going to happen next, because it was such a shocking end of the book. Yeah, you would understand if you read it. I hope some of you did read it, because you would know how I'm feeling right now. It's just such a great series. So that's the third book. So next we have the fourth book, which in a lot of people's opinions was the most, not boring, but I mean, like, compared to the other books, it was not a good book. Like, all the other books are, like, mind-blowing, and then this one is, like, okay. For me, it was actually really good. So I don't know what people thought about it, but I actually had fun reading it. I actually didn't get bored at all. It was great as all the other books. So I don't know what people were saying, but I mean, like, if I did have to choose my last favorite book out of the series, it would be the fifth one, which I'll explain later. So I don't know what people said about this book, but it was still a good book to me, so I really liked it. It was called A Land of Stories Beyond the Kingdoms. It has a blue cover. Here's the side of the book, and here's the back of the book. And on the inside of this cover, we have a rules to the portal potion, which really explains the whole book. So I'm just going to say that. So, really good book. I really enjoyed it. So, I don't know what, again, people were saying about this book, but I actually really liked it. And this one was my second last favorite book. But, like, the fifth one was my least favorite book. I don't know why. I just didn't really think it was as great as all the other books. So, I don't know what people were saying about this book, but I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. So, next we have the fifth book, which I was talking about. I liked this book. I mean, it was good. But I feel like in this book, like, there's a lot of characters in this whole series. Like, they're like a team and they work together, so there's a lot of characters. And then in this book, it's just the twins, Alex and Connor, going through all the adventures. So I felt like it was leaving out all the characters from the actual book series. So that's why, the main idea why I really didn't, like, think this one was, like, this one, I like this one, it was good. But, like, it was my least favorite book out of the series. I don't know, yeah. It's called The Land of Stories, An Author's Odyssey. Here's the side of the book, and here's the back of the book. And then instead of having a map, a timeline, or a rules to the portal potion, it just has this cover right here, and it says Connor Bailey's short story portfolio, and it has some drawings on the cover as well, which really doesn't make sense right now, but yeah. And on the back of the book, there's some more drawings, so yeah, you really have to read the book to understand. I liked this book. It was really funny, though. It's still not, like, a boring book. It was just, if I had to choose my least favorite, it would be this one. So that's it. This one has, like, a brownish black cover, and yeah, it's a good book. And then we have the last and final book, which is my second favorite book. So my first favorite book is the second one, then it's this one, and then the third book. This one is a pearly white cover called Land of Stories Worlds Collide, and I just love this book. Here's the cover, here's the side, and here's the back. This book was really fun reading. I loved it. It was so good. Oh my gosh. And on the inside of this cover, we have a map of New York City, which is a change instead of this Land of Stories map. So you also have to read this book, but this book takes place in New York City. That's why it has all this New York stuff around it and Statue of Liberty on the side. But this book was really amazing. It was really, 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 really good. I loved it, and it's just mind-blowing how amazing the book is. And then the end of the book was really great as well. I have nothing else to say. Like, it's just so good. It's great. Like, yeah. So, yeah, guys. That is the whole series. That is the whole Land of Stories series. Oh my gosh. So definitely read this series if you haven't already read it. It was such a great series. I loved reading it. I enjoyed it. It was just a great experience, honestly. So thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below if you read these books and which one was your favorite. Mine was definitely the second one, but I really liked the 6th and the 3rd as well, and all the other books, obviously. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really do hope you guys enjoy. The question for today's video is in the description, so you can answer in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!